Welcome to the Anat Baniel method. And thank you guys for coming here to do a transformational movement lesson. This lesson addresses the neck and the back, and especially the lower back. So if you want to get more freedom in your movement in the neck and the back and the lower back, or if you suffer from some pain or discomfort, this lesson could be extremely helpful. It is very, very important to remember to do the movements gently and slowly. This is not a stretching exercise. This is actually not your normal exercise altogether. We're trying to get you and your brain to change some of the patterns of your movement. That means how you do the movement so that the pain disappears and that you do the movement so well that you have range of motion and strength and ease and comfort. So, you guys, please lengthen your legs, straighten your legs, lie on your back, and at home you can lie either on a carpet at home or on a yoga mat or even on a bed if the bed is not too soft, and just feel the way you're lying on the floor. Make sure your legs are spread a little bit and that your arms are next to you. And feel how your legs are lying on the floor, touching the floor. Are the back of your knees touching your floor? And the back of your pelvis, your lower back. Don't try to push the lower back to the floor, just see if it's touching or not. And your shoulders. And also feel the point that your head is touching the floor. And now for a few seconds, just feel if you can sense the length of your legs, the length of your right leg and the left leg, and whether they feel the same length or one feels longer than the other. And also the length of your spine, from your tailbone, through your whole spine, to the base of your head. And now slowly roll to lie on your left side. Roll to lie on your left side, bend your legs, and put one knee, the right knee and right leg on top of the left. Now, make sure that also the foot is lying, the left foot is lying on top of the right foot. And now, you might need a little pillow to put under your head, or you might want to put your left arm under your head if you feel a need to do that. So here we go. You can put a pillow under your head to just make it comfortable for yourself. Now, lengthen your right arm, straighten your right arm, and put your right hand in front of you at the height of your right shoulder, not the left hand. The left hand, you can bend it. The left elbow can be bent, and the right hand is in front of you on the floor. Now make sure that the hand is really at the height of the shoulder. So you don't want the hand at the height of your nose or your forehead or your belly button, but just right in front of you. Now gently, with the elbow straight, begin sliding your right hand forward on the floor and backs, as if you're trying to touch something in front of you. And when you move the right hand forward, feel, where do you feel movement? And what you guys are doing right now is very common and typical of all the people that I work with and have worked in the past. So for instance, if you pay attention, where do you feel movement? If we look here at this gentleman, if you look at this gentleman here, continue moving, lengthen, keep your elbow straight, don't bend and straighten the elbow. And now try to lengthen the hand a little bit forward, as if you're trying to touch something with the tips of your fingers. And if you look, you'll see that most of the work is done in the shoulder and in the arm. There's quite a bit of tension here. Now, what I am going to suggest here to Joseph is that he pay attention to his spine. So first of all, reduce the effort in your shoulder, because believe it or not, most of the movement is not done in your shoulder or in your arm. And now, see whether when I touch a part of your spine, see if you can get it to move and come back. And now, when I touch this part of your spine, you feel it's already easier and lighter. And now, when I touch this part of your spine, see if you can move that. And now correct the hand a little bit so it's shoulder height. You see you're putting it head height. That means that your neck muscles are still working too much. And now just, I'm going to touch your ribs and see if you can free your ribs. Make them softer. There you go. And then see whether you can this part of your spine. You see, and already the arm goes easier forward. Okay, let me show you on Josephine again. Well, right now when she moves, this part is not hardly moving at all. Again, in her mind, in the image of her movement, she thinks she's doing it all in her shoulder. So I'm going to do the same thing with Josephine, and I'm going to touch on her spine and suggest, Josephine, see if you can have this part, the spine, look, it's as if she's melting under my hands. And now I'm going to touch this part, and look, it's as if she's melting under my hands. And then I touch this part, and she's melting, and look how it's easier and further. And the big deal is that she starts including in her idea of the movement her spine. She's reducing the force and she's lengthening it. And now I'm going to go and do the same thing with Kay. First of all, look where Kay's hand is. It's way the tips of her fingers above her head. That means the neck muscles are working way too much. So let's put the hand here, which is your shoulder height, right? The height of your shoulder. And again, let's go here. You see, in the beginning, she's not moving at all her rib cage or her spine. So now I'm going to touch your spine and see if you can imagine. You see, she's not even thinking of the arm anymore. And look what she can do in seconds. And anyone, if you can just imagine that somebody is touching you and helping you feel your rib cage, feel how your arm starts moving completely differently. Now you guys roll to lie on your back slowly. And maybe put the pillows under your head in the middle or away. And just feel if the right side, your right shoulder now feels quite different than the left, if the right arm feels longer, and actually I can see that it is longer with all of you because the right shoulder is less tight now. And this is the first section of the lesson. So roll to your side slowly and stand up. And look if the one shoulder is much lower than the other shoulder. And just now, if you take the two arms forward, look how much longer one arm is than the other. Look, her right arm, and it's of course her right arm didn't grow in the last 5 minutes, so it's not the arm itself that's longer, but it's because the shoulder is so much freer and the whole back on that side, and if you can feel, your weight is more on your right foot. So it's a very generalized reorganization of the whole body, and look at that. Thank you very much, you guys. If you like to do more of this lesson, either 10 minutes or 30 minutes length, please go to anatbanielmethod.com/videos, and you can find more links to this lesson and other videos. Thank you very much.